So, Puchu, welcome to it's the number one podcast in the world, objectively. You know what I mean? You took an offer to $4 million a month. Let's just call it coaching.com.
Yeah.
And also you're the head sales manager there. And then now you're doing roughly 60K-ish a month with 15 clients in this specific Spanish market, which is pretty interesting. And you're also half Peruvian, half Chinese, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, today, first of all, like, is that all true? Let's just, yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
I'm saying, like, is that all true?
Everything is true, bro. Okay. I was just flattered with everything that you said, man. Like, I appreciate it.
Whoa. Yeah, get a little steamy here, right? But overall today, let's just have this like be more conversational. I want to ask you about you had like a small bit of agency stuff, closing stuff, but then what really got you into this coaching.com company and tell me how you guys scaled that shit. Cause that's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And then also tell me now what you're doing, in this info space. So I guess overall, your high level story, you did like a bunch of online money stuff, like typical what everybody watching or probably did. Tell me what got you into how that first agency you did scale, because it was like a real estate lead gen one, right? And then how you got into closing, and then how you got into coaching.com, kind of concise that story a little bit. And
I'll connect everything for you. Mm-hmm. So this is probably back in 2017, got an ad from Ty Lopez, everybody. I started an agency, probably tried to scale it for the first year, failed at doing that. But then I tried to get clients. As soon as I got one client, then I leveraged the results that I got for this realtor to get more realtors. And then it's like the snowball effect, right? It's like basically what everybody was doing back then, 2017, 18. But man, it was so frustrating for me to run the business because I was doing the marketing, doing the sales, doing the fulfillment and everything. So I had a friend that actually had an agency in the same niche. So I used to talk to that friend a lot and be like, man, what are you doing to scale your offer, right? To your
fuck that, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, your agency. And he was like, bro, fuck this. I quit. I became a closer.
Right. And you're like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. And I was like, what is that? And he was like, bro, you are a closer because you're closing for your own offer. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. But how does it work? Because I didn't take a closer course. It was selling based on how the course that I bought on how to run the agency was teaching me how to sell. Right. So I didn't have any structure, anything like that. So this friend told me,
you got sold into Cole's thing, right?
Yeah, he told me, hey man, I'm actually working for Cole Gordon. I can show you how to close and then I'll help you to get a gig. And then, I was like, let's do it because I want to quit this. I was making anywhere between 25 to 30K a month.
How many offers did you end up closing on, by the way?
What do you mean?
In your closing phase?
Before getting into closer?
No, in your closing phase.
A lot, man.
Oh, you did a few.
Yeah, I did a few. But then he told me, hey, I can teach you how to be a closer. I was like, let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
And then he told me, I'll get you a gig. So what's the most important thing, right? I was like, I do want to have a good gig because he was telling me I'm making 15K. I don't remember. I'm just throwing in a number.
Yeah.
It was a big number for me.
Right.
So I was like, let's do it. He taught me how to close and then I got a gig. I was interviewing for 2 different offers. One of those is this big company.
Coaching.com.
Coaching.com, yeah. That was the offer. Before I was closing for myself. Just
so you went right into it. Got it. Interesting. Oh, fuck. Right. Okay. So then you got right into coaching.com after you went through Cole Gordon's course.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure I don't say any names. And then afterwards, you got in with Beep as the CEO. Yeah. And there you grew from a closer. Then what was that progression? Wait, what month, what year did you get in as a closer in that offer?
I think it was 2023, probably, I don't know, May.
Pretty recent.
Yeah, it was
interesting.
2 years ago.
Okay, bet.
Or 2022. No, I think it's 23.
And that's the offer that got to $4 million a month.
That's the offer that we took.
God damn.
When I joined the company, they were making $700,000 a month. They were 5 closers and they onboarded 2 closers more. It was me and
that's what the offer was.
Yeah, the offer was a business opportunity, basically teaching people how to create a course based on the knowledge that they have.
So it's basically consulting.com. It's Sam Evans stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting. What was the funnel? This is actually super interesting. We had a dinner before this and then, tell me about the funnel.
Yeah, the funnel, It's very interesting because what we use.
We should call it the hypnosis funnel.
Yeah, let's call it the hypnosis funnel because it's completely different than what you see online. Is like you think that, okay, like if you want to go from 0 to 100K, you have to follow this path, which is true, but from 100 to 1 million and then from 1 million to 2 million, like it's a completely different route. So what we were doing is like we were doing the complete opposite of what people were doing online, right? It's like the ads were not like the ads didn't talk about the offer at all. Like I could.
What was the hook? Say the hook.
Like for example, the ad was about if you have the YouTube app on your phone, you could make money without being a YouTuber. That was the hook. But the offer behind it was teaching people how to make money through a course, which doesn't make any sense. Like if you think about it, you have to watch the video. You have to click the ad to understand how it works.
And then what was the VSL?
Yeah, so the VSL.
Not 10 minutes, not 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's not 10 minutes, not 20 minutes, not even 30 minutes. It's actually like an hour and 30 minutes, which you don't even see, right? Like
hour and 30-minute VSL.
But the reason why it worked is because one of the partners at the company.
So it's like two CEOs.
Two CEOs, yeah. One of the partners at the company, he is.
What was his name? Not playing.
Yeah, fuck.
Like, continue. It was a joke. But you just like so tensed. You're like, I don't want to say. We're going to get FTC'd. Holy shit.
Anyways, so one of the partners, he studied hypnosis for like 20 years.
Right.
So the storytelling behind the BSL, which you can call it like a mini, like a webinar.
Yeah,
call it
basically.
like that. He was throwing a lot of like little things that from the hypnosis point of view, like works. Like for example, like doing this when you're talking or the way that you see at the camera.
I should do this on the I'm gonna do this on the podcast. I'm gonna hypnotize your bitch asses. Let's go.
Or like, for example, one of the things I was telling Tim when we're having dinner is we used to say a lot of the word buy now. Like B-Y now. But it sounds exactly like B-U-Y now.
Yeah.
So if you say buy now, this is what's going on, blah, 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 buy now, blah, 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 buy now. Like it makes you think of, I want to buy this.
Like by now, YouTube is this large mega corporation. Yeah. And what are some other small tactics like that people could add in their VSL to like hypnotize people? I
would say a lot of future pacing. Like when you like, and this is something.
What do you mean? Like, what's exact script that you would say for future pacing?
Like, imagine that you have that a lot of like BSLs and webinars do that, right? But they do it in a very like salesy way. It's like, imagine that you're making $10,000 a month.
What in that $10,000 a month? Oh, imagine.
Imagine.
Yeah. Oh.
Imagine that you're making $10,000 a month and you're traveling the world, whatever. Yeah. But it's like too salesy. Like your mind doesn't.
Right. Imagine it's like, it's banner blindness now.
Yeah, but it's always better to do it in third person, right? It's like if you're talking about somebody else.
So I was imagining that.
Yeah, I was imagining. And then like doing what you're doing right now, like this long pauses. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it makes people like, I want to keep watching or changing your tonality to like, what is he saying?
Going back down.
And then going back up, and then you're like, okay, like it's, which a lot of people do it in sales calls, but when it comes to the marketing, a lot of people forget that the same principles that you use to close a deal, it's like what you have to apply when you are writing a BSL, or when you're even thinking about like, I'm gonna record this ad.
Right.
I think I didn't respond to the question that you asked me though.
No, it was some good tactics, right? What you said there. By the way, guys, my freaking computer is so close to me because the microphone's here, so I'm not, don't think I look like a pussy or something. Anyway, that's pretty cool. So, fucking interesting. And so like, okay, cool tactics and whatnot. How did you go from like a closer then to like rising to living in LA with these boys?
Okay, so the first month closing, I remember I did 14,000 commission take home. And that completely changed my life because I was like, bro, like this is so easy. I just closed. Literally the first sales call that I took, like I closed the deal, right? And that built the confidence to be like, this is actually what I'm good at.
Yeah, and your agency, you're making $33K a month. You took home like 3K, 6K.
Yeah, I mean like I was doing 25, 30K back in this real estate agency, but I was taking home like nothing, right? I was reinvesting everything. I had to pay the team. But now I was like, this is my money, right? Second month I made 20,000. Third month I did like 20 something, like 25, something like that.
There you go.
And at that point I was like hooked. I was like, bro, like this is the infinite money glitch. It's just close for a good offer, right? And then probably like 6 months after that, we crossed $1 million a month. When I joined, we're at 700K. I think like 3 months maybe after we crossed like $1 million. And then the next 6 months, they wanted to hire more people. So
that makes sense.
yeah, what they
Then
did,
that led you to be like the sales manager.
yes, because what the company thought is it's way better for the closers to have their own pod, like their own teams inside of the company,
Right.
instead of hiring random people.
How many pods did you guys have?
At the peak, when we had like 40 closers,
Jesus.
we had like 4 or 5 pods.
4 to 5 pods.
8 people.
8 people each pod.
I think it was 5.
Did you guys have like teams? I know like a sales manager that I was like working with. He called them like alpha, beta, and like
No,
omega team. No.
everything was like the same, but we're of course like trying to be the top pod, you know?
So like, okay, let me ask this, right? When you're growing that company, okay, what are like the major unlocks that take it from like that 100K to that, or 700K to that million, that million to the 1.5?
That's a great question. And actually that's one of the biggest takeaways for everybody watching, which we're talking while having dinner. Like the reason, like in order to scale from like 700 to like $1 million, it's actually good marketing. Like you do have to have a good offer and have to be a good marketer to attract enough leads.
Sure.
But then the salespeople, like they could be average. Like it doesn't matter if like they are savages or they are like, I mean, they cannot be like bad closer, right? But they could be average people. So it's like the 2 more important things is having a good offer / good marketing, but at the same time having a good culture / mentality. How do you make the people to produce more without just...
So it was a culture shift.
It's a cultural shift to cross $1 million a month. But then from $1 million to $2 million, that's a completely different story.
So what is it then? So like, what's the unlock there? Okay, let me ask this, right? How many phases are there in that $1 million to $2 million a month?
I would say like, I would break it down in these 2 phases. One is like a lot of mindset training with your closers. Like that's literally like you could make a closer close more by teaching him how to think the right way. But then at some point, even if you think the right way and you are aligned with whatever, right? Your values, your thoughts, and then you have congruence in your life, you will still not cross like 2 million. The unlock there is just helping the clients have money to pay you. Basically, AKA getting funding.
You're going to talk about this?
Yeah. Okay. So for example, we used to work with a lot of
tell me the banking thing as well.
Yeah, we
banking story, and then tell me the I want to hear the yeah, and then just like the different partners.
Yeah, so
just tell me all that story.
We had a ton of different funding partners. We had like the big buy now pay later options like Klarna, Affirm.
What month and date is this, by the way? Like roughly, no, sorry, month and year, roughly like when you're scaling to that 1 to 2 mil a month.
I would say maybe September, October, like 2 years ago.
Because you joined May 2023, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So it's like, 3 months, 4 months after. Cool. So now it's like around that age, you're going from 1 to 2 million a month. It's like September 2024. Interesting. So tell me about the funding thing. So, did they have funding when you initially came in?
We had funding. We had one company. It was called Fund My Contract. But the client had to have like a credit score above like 780, right? And they had to make like more than 100K a year. So it was harder for people to get approved.
Okay.
So then we started to use a lot of Klarna. We started to use a lot of Affirm, a lot of Afterpay. We got...
Were the rates good back then? Like now Affirm, Klarna, they don't fuck with info.
Yeah. But we probably were the
OGs.
The OGs.
You were the first to actually implement it at scale, right? That's what you said at dinner. That like made it really work.
Probably. I haven't met any other person in the info space that was making the same amount of money that we're doing through financing.
And just for context, are you in LA at this point or no?
At this point, I was in LA.
3 months in, you already moved to LA.
Or not. Let me think. No, I think I moved to LA like 6 months after.
Okay, so you're in like their December 2024, like Jan 2024, probably.
Yeah.
Got it.
My bad. I'm not the best at remembering dates. But
so interesting. Like, wow. But then basically now, like if you're moving in with the boys at January 2024, like you're like one of the C-suite guys, pretty much like there's like 6 guys in like a LA mansion that you guys were, crushing it.
Yeah.
Living some crazy life. So
yeah, so I mean like we were thinking like the whole day, like our job was thinking, how do we get the clients more money? More money so they can pay us, right? The prospects. How can we make the objection of, I love the product, I love the service, but I don't have the money removed from the equation?
interesting.
So we were even thinking about selling, like we were selling a lot. Like at this point, we're doing like 3 million a month, right? Okay. Like at this point of the story, like what I'm going to explain, we're doing like 3 million a month.
So we're jumping to what month, what date is this?
I don't remember, bro. Who gives a fuck? I don't remember.
So we're going to jump to the funding part. Okay, go for it. Go for it.
Because I think that's very interesting for the people who are watching.
Sure. Absolutely.
So at this point, like we're doing like 3 million a month through different buy now, pay later options.
Okay.
And we thought, okay, there are still like a portion of people that we're not closing because they don't have good credit.
Yeah.
Right? So we were like, okay, what about if we close them on a payment plan, right? And then we basically look for banks that want to buy a bunch of debt, right? But it's like at scale. It's like, imagine having, I don't know, like 5,000 people who are paying $500 a month, right? Going to banks and selling them the debt so they can give us an advance of money. Of course, they're not going to give us like 100% of the advance. No bank is going to do that. But even if they give us like 50%.
So the customers, they're still paying. Oh, that actually made more sense now. Because instead of doing like a payment plan, like a lot of, some of my offers, some of the people that are watching that do it, instead because that's internal in the company, you're giving a payment plan there. You give the payment plan to the fucking bank.
Yeah, I mean, we were thinking about this idea of let's close somebody on a payment plan. And then once we have the payment plan and they pay, I don't know, like 3 months, let's go to the banks and be like, I have this debt and the contract is for like 10,000. If you give us, I don't know, like 5K upfront, I'll sell you the debt, right? That was like on paper, that's kind of like the idea. But everything that I'm explaining is just to drive the point of, like, we were obsessed on how to help people to get more money. Because if you think about it, like, everybody has a good product or service.
Right.
I mean, not everybody, but the people who are probably watching this, they have something good to sell.
Sure.
And you still get this objection of, I don't have the money. It's like, I do like this. It's not that I don't want to do it. It's not the spouse objection. It's not that I want to think about it. It's, I don't have 15K for this. But if I had it, I would pay. Right? So it's like, how can I help you to have the money?
Sure.
Because it's like, I can close you on a payment plan, but from the business perspective, like, I cannot do a lot.
So did you guys actually do this? Like, because you're kind of talking about theory here. Basically, you went to the bank.
Yeah.
Say, hey, this person is going to pay me 10K. Instead, give me 5K, Mr. Bankman. And what I will do now is sell you their payment plan because they paid 1K so far. I'm going to sell you the other 9K.
Yeah.
And some interest if they don't pay it.
Yeah. So we were exploring that. It's extremely hard, of course.
But you still got a few bank partners, right?
But we ended up negotiating with different banks. We didn't pull it off at the end. Yeah, we didn't. But basically, every single decision that we're taking inside of the company was going towards that direction. It was like building the offer so we could do that.
Right. Then how many funding partners did you have? Or like how many funding partners did you go through?
A lot. Yeah. Like a lot. But one of the things like, this is like, for example, one of the things that we did, there was a funding company that was specifically for health, right? It's like for people that want to do, I don't know, like they want to go to the dentist and they can finance that.
Right.
And then the owner of the company, he basically had a meeting with this guy and pitched him the idea of,
Yeah, the owner of coaching.com.
Yeah.
Offer you're in.
yeah, so he pitched him the idea of, we're doing this amount of money through another funding partner. What about if we do it through you?
Right.
And we work out percentages.
Interesting. How many funding partners did you go through?
A lot. I don't remember the number, but probably like more than 10. Like
10.
I probably tried every single funding company that is available.
Right.
Like everything.
Think about that, because like the ethics of that I've heard, it's like you're now giving your customers shitty interest, which if the course doesn't work, then now like you're just screwing them over.
That's a great question.
And then they just got shitty interest now.
That's a great question. I think like it's like everything in life, right? You can see it from two different perspectives.
Sure.
Of course, starting with this statement of you do have a great offer. It's like, for example, I do believe that your offer is fantastic and you're doing everything possible to help your client.
You're convicted in coaching.com.
Yeah, of course. If not, then I wouldn't, it's impossible for me to have the conviction of telling somebody, hey, get, this loan and pay me.
Right. Got it.
It's like, if you have the conviction that the offer is good, then of course, like, do it. It's like, imagine this, right? Imagine I'm a doctor.
Imagine
that I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
And then you're dying.
You gotta say the G.
Imagine.
Yeah.
He's fucking with me because I don't speak great English.
Oh, continue.
But it's like, you're dying, right? But you don't have the money. And I'm the doctor. So I'm like, bro, like, fucking go to this company. They're going to lend you 10,000 so you can pay me.
Right.
Right? I'm like,
so we can actually help you.
So I can actually help you. It's not because I want to get richer. It's because you need it more than I do.
Got it. But I see what you're saying. Like, that concept was what got you to that 3 million a month.
Yeah.
And also, you had like 4 or 5 offers that you guys ran.
Yeah. So
tell me about that. Wait, were they all the Hypnosis VSL, by the way?
Yeah, all of the offers were created with the similar
hour 30 VSL.
Yeah, hour 30 or hour and 20. So it was like very long. It was like literally this, like what we're recording could be like the VSL.
Oh shit, you guys could be in a VSL right now, who knows?
Yeah.
The Tim Yoon show might be the Tim Yoon VSL.
But in order to scale, and this is another thing, like in order to scale an offer, like at some point you're going to saturate your own market, even if like you're selling to mass market, like.
Yes, because you did like mass market biz op.
Yeah, it was like a mass market biz op.
Okay.
So what we did is like the first offer of teaching people how to create an offer and then scale it, like that went well. So the people that were crushing it, they realized that they need more closers.
Yeah.
It's like the one who created the offer is the one who is selling.
Yeah.
But they want to hire a closer so they could do other things.
Right.
So we created that offer.
Right.
Basically.
Just like closer placement. Oh, no. It was
teaching you how to sell, and then we place you at this.
In your guys' students, essentially. Got it. So you guys almost did like a Shelby Sapp, like a, she sells, or like a Cole Gordon SCA like type of thing.
Yeah. It's like Cole Gordon's offer.
Or Dan Locke's one.
And then what we realized, okay, this is working. So we scaled that offer to $1 million a month, like extremely quick. And then the third offer was, okay, the people that were jumping on the sales calls, either for the first offer, like the main one, or the closing offer, like we're not closing everybody, but not because they didn't like the offer, they didn't like the service. It's because they didn't have the money, right? So they couldn't get approved for financing because their credit is bad. So we created another offer, which was a credit repair offer, basically repairing their credit and then getting access to funding. Okay. So they could either buy our programs or start another business.
Right. Which is actually another offer that you're right now seeing is popping in the market, right? Funding offers.
Yeah, that's right now it's like everybody's jumping into that train.
Yeah, I actually know a few guys that are doing pretty well funding. So yeah.
But we're probably like the OGs as well. Oh, yeah? With that offer. We scaled it to like $1 million as well.
That's the funding side.
Just the funding side. Like at that point, like the 3 offers that we launched, it was like $1 million, $1 million, and $1 million. So we're like,
oh, so that was what collectively got coaching.com to.
No, we probably made more, but I'm just referring to like the 3.5 million, like 4 revenue was like the peak of everything combined. But keep in mind, like, we didn't launch the 3 offers at the same time. Like, the first one was like the how to create your own course. Then the second one was
Step by step.
Step by step.
So you also said for coaching.com, you did a low ticket funnel too, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm curious about that, right? Because I know a few offers that are doing like a 3 million a month right now, and then how they do it is they scale. I would say that one's almost horizontally. I don't know. That's vertically. Kind of vertically, which is like different funnels, right? So they do a low ticket, they do a webinar, and then they do a VSL. But you guys are like multiple offers, same funnel.
Yeah. So basically, we started with a lot of YouTube ads, right? Because nobody was doing YouTube ads, and it's actually, people think that it's harder to do ads on YouTube, which it is in a way, but it's the same framework of how do you create an ad on Facebook. Like, if it works on Facebook, it will probably work on YouTube.
Yeah. You guys have like no organic, right? It was all paid.
No organic. Everything was through paid ads.
Wow.
So it was like a BSL funnel. But as I was saying, right, at some point, like, you saturate your own market.
Right.
And the same idea, like, you have to change it. So what we did is we built a low ticket funnel.
For all of them, or just the
For the main offer.
Yeah.
for the coaches biz op?
Yeah, like helping people to create a course.
Got it.
But yeah, it was like a low ticket. It was like free. No, it was not free. It was like pay $7 to
Super cheap.
Yeah, super cheap, and then has a ton of order bumps.
Squeeze their ass.
Yeah,
Juice all the.
but the maximum that they could spend was like $500.
Right.
So it wasn't that much.
Wasn't too much.
And then they had access to the course, and then on every single section of the course,
Yeah.
they had like a call to action of, okay, book a free session so we can,
You call it like strategy session, right?
the strategy session. Yeah, the strategy session.
Tell me how that call went. Like, tell me how to do like a low ticket upsell call.
Yeah, okay, so the framework for the call was completely different if they're coming from paid ads, right? Because they're coming from, oh, I just bought this, right? I was watching the course and I love it and I want you to help me to create this course. So how we used to start it, and this is something that we're talking on while having dinner, is like, we're doing the opposite of what everybody was doing. So when we started the call, it was not like, okay, I'll build a report and then setting the agenda and then doing the discovery. It was like doing the report, like talking whatever. Oh, cool. Like, where are you from? Whatever, right? Like, what is the course idea that you have? Oh, I don't know. I'm a doctor. I'm a chiropractor. I don't know. And I have my practice and a lot of people come and they thank me because like I changed their life.
Okay.
And then we build upon that excitement of, bro, like, that's fucking amazing.
I see.
Right? How long have you been doing this? And they get so hyped about like you being interested in what they are doing.
Right.
Right? And then of course, like, we truly help them
Yeah.
with ideas of how to create the course.
Got it.
And then,
So right now you're talking about how you would upsell a low ticket buyer.
yeah.
You like really coach them in the beginning and then.
Yeah, you truly have to do a consultation.
It's typical low ticket upsell.
So you do that, you help them, but then at the end of the day, like, even if you help somebody on a call, like, the client will realize that, okay, like, I either hire you or I do it myself, which I don't know how to do it.
Right.
So that's kind of like the point of the call where you're like, do you want me to explain to you how it works?
Exactly.
And you're like, okay, cool. So you explain everything, like, you go through the same, like, selling phase.
Sure.
And then you just go straight to, like, do you want to buy it or not? They're like, yeah.
Easy.
Or not. So it's like, it's easier.
So you had that cool low ticket funnel. And you guys had 4 other offers. What was the last one? Because it was a how to build a course offer. It was a closer BizOp offer. And then it was a funding offer. What was the last one again?
The last one was, since we had a ton of clients that already created courses, the last offer was more of affiliate marketing. It's like you could become an affiliate.
Got it.
Yeah. Of the offers that we already built, and then we're going to help you to sell those.
So really all played together. That's kind of how you guys built it.
Yeah, and that's probably one of the reasons why we were so successful, is because you're not building different offers that are not inside of the same ecosystem. The same way that Apple is not going to create, I don't know, like a camera. Or I mean, they could, right?
Yeah.
but an iPhone and a Mac, and
They want to create like a fucking chair.
yeah, it has to be inside of the same ecosystem.
Yeah.
And that is one of the principles of, like, if you want to scale, like, you do have to think, and even if you're thinking about, okay, I want to create this other offer, but you already have one that is going great.
Right. How do you build around that?
It has to be inside of the same ecosystem. Otherwise, like, you're shooting yourself in the foot because you're thinking about two completely different businesses.
100%. Okay. So you had that. That's how you guys scaled. Let me ask this, right? What were you doing as that company scaled? Like, how did your role evolve?
Okay, so when I started, I was a closer. A normal guy was a closer. But then I became too obsessed with closing that I was like, this is the only thing that I want to
Master.
do. I want to master this fucking skill.
Absolutely.
Right? So I became a fucking savage at closing. I remember even like probably the first 3-4 months, I was like taking calls like every single day, like Monday to Monday. And I opened my calendar like 13, 14 hours a day. So it's like every single day. For me, it was like, if the other closers are not working on Sunday.
Interesting, but you say you're a better marketer now.
I think I'm a better marketer now.
That's pretty nuts.
But
How many sales calls have you taken in your life?
like live calls, probably like 5, 6.
6,000.
Oh, like I thought that a day.
Yeah, no, like total. How many sales calls have you taken in your life?
Shit, like I don't know. Probably like more than 1,500.
That's crazy. 1,500 solid.
Yeah.
Good for you. Okay.
But after being like just a closer,
Right.
then when the company wanted to hire more people, like
Recruiting.
I basically recruited my friends.
Peruvian friends.
Shout out to my Peruvian friends who are watching the podcast. But yeah, so I told my friends, bro, like I'm making so much money. Like you're stupid if you're not joining this. Like you speak English, right? And you don't even have to know how to sell. Like we're gonna teach you everything.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, I'm down to do that. So then I think we had like 8 people inside of the pod. So at that point,
And when you say pod, not like podcast, but like in your
the
team.
pod is like the team, like the mini team inside of the company, because there were other people. Like the first 5 closers that were at the company,
Yeah.
those were the ones who created the mini teams, the pods.
Got it.
Right? So that's how at scale we were like 40 people.
So you guys didn't hire separate sales managers. Interesting. So you had the 5 OG closers like build their own kingdoms almost.
Yeah, because
That's so good. It's like a movie.
I mean, it's like, from the perspective of, okay, number one, you do understand the offer way better than somebody else.
That's true. So you could coach the best.
Yeah. And number 2 is like, you're already so involved into the culture that you're going to do a better job managing these people.
Right. You got to lead from the front, right? Not just be just king on the chair. Okay, cool. So then tell me so now you recruit your Peruvian friends. What happens next?
I recruit my Peruvian friends. I told them, bro, like fucking quit your job at whatever you're doing. Like you're going to make.
So you guys didn't even hire like trained closers. You guys just hired your friends.
Yeah.
What the hell? Do you recommend that?
That's a great question, man.
What's that balance like? Because I typically hire like people a little bit in this space. I actually hire people like you. So go follow my IG because if you're a closer, we're hiring. But anyway.
I think it's good to hire people that don't have experience, because it's like, for example, people that are watching, right?
Yeah.
They learn how to sell in a way that doesn't align with an offer that they sell through a different way.
Okay.
The way that we were selling, for example, somebody who took a course from Cole Gordon wouldn't be a good fit for the offer that we're selling.
Yes, because he's more B2B style. What about Jerry Minor, like NEPQ?
I would say Jeremy Miner's style would be better, but it depends. I mean, like if you are building a new way of selling, a new way of doing marketing, which is like fucking BSL of like an hour and 30 minutes, or like ads that.
Got it. It's a different funnel.
Yeah, it's a different funnel. It's a different way of selling. And what we realize is, okay, these people that are jumping in the call, probably they already talked to somebody before. For example, there is a guy called Ross Ruffino.
I heard of him, Russ Ruffino.
Yeah, so his offer was very similar to ours, but we're making way more money than him. So some of the people that we had on the calls, they used to tell us, oh, I already talked to Russ.
Oh, he was a competitor.
Yeah, he was a competitor. So these people already knew how a sales call goes.
Yeah. Really? So you guys hit like a sophisticated TAM?
We're hitting like everybody.
Okay, fair. When you're spending that much, it makes sense.
Yeah, we're spending at the peak. We're spending probably like 300, 400,000 a month on ads to get like.
So it's 10K a day. That's pretty typical.
Yeah, 10K.
10K, 15K a day.
Yeah, 15 in one account. At least the one that I saw. I don't know.
So there are multiple accounts.
Yeah.
Because on those big offers, bro, like I've talked to some large media buyers, there's like a fuckload of accounts to like de-risk yourself, you know?
Yeah, anyways, what I was saying with the story?
I was asking like, what do you think is the best way, you know? Hiring like newbies and then really training them up, or hiring like...
I would say people who already have some notion about like selling, but
it's a fresh mind willing to learn.
Yeah, it's a fresh mind willing to learn, but it's somebody who already kind of like saw a couple of videos about like closing.
Got it.
They have an idea or they have some sort of experience.
Got it.
But like people who are pretty good at closing sometimes, like if you tell them, hey, look, like I know that for my offer, like this is the best way to sell it. Yeah. They would not
like be like, no, fuck you, you're wrong. Like I'm gonna do my way.
I think that I know more than
right.
You. And sometimes that
lower that ego,
right? If you're creating 100%. Your own offer and you already tested something out and you know, okay, like this is the way that it works. Right. Sometimes like you are fighting with your closers, which shouldn't, like that doesn't have to happen.
And I think you were talking about the culture thing, and we'll talk about that a little bit later even more. But the fact that since you were like Peruvian, it was like your OG boys, you had that like, you're able to.
Yeah, so that's cool. For example, it's like the people that I was working with, like my pod, like my team, like these were my friends. So we're like talking shit like on the meeting that we had where we're supposed
to. Right, you guys had like two meetings a week even? Just like not that many meetings. Not even like daily huddles, right?
No, we had like daily huddles with everybody.
Okay.
And then we had like breakout rooms.
Okay.
Like for like 30 minutes or like 15 minutes.
Okay.
Whenever we had time. And then we had 2 or 3 calls a week with everybody. On top of like one-on-ones that I had with the people on the team. But it was cool, man, because it's like me and you like talking about like...
shooting just shit.
Anything about life. And you know, what I realized managing people... I actually wanted to take a sip of water, but what I'm going to say is fire. So what I realized is you sell more.
Just start losing your voice. You're like, I just want to realize.
Let's take a fucking sip of water.
Yeah, go for it.
Your closers will perform better. And even you, if you're a closer, and even myself when I was closing, you will perform better if you have high energy. But you have to understand, like, how do you get to that state of high energy?
Sure.
Right? And one of the things is like, you have to understand what the fuck is going on in your life. Like I cannot tell you, bro, like perform. And I don't know if you just broke up with your girl.
True.
Right? Or if you had a bad day because, I don't know, you were into a car accident, but you didn't tell me. Right? So he's like, I don't understand what's going on. Like you have to talk to me. And that's how can I help you from the manager perspective, right? So the more that you talk about things that are not related to the job, the better that you understand how to influence them.
Sure.
To raise their energy.
Sure.
Right?
Sure. So overall, what happened was, I'll cover for you here. So overall, what happened was that you grew, because we're talking about like how you grew from where you were. It was a closer to then recruiting. Now you're being a manager of your Peruvian friends. And you're almost just hanging out with these guys. And I guess a tip that you give to the people is saying that, hey, be somebody that, you know, you just shoot the shit with your team, especially your closing team. Because then you guys get on like a good energy level, which then they go out, they hunt and they kill for you.
And then some people argue about that because they don't want to be too close to the people that they work with.
Yes. Right. So it's it's Elon Musk that talks about that. He's like, do not be friends with your team.
And I get it. Like I do understand the reason why you cannot be friends, because it's like if we're working together and we're friends, like you think that, okay, like I'm not your boss, I'm not your manager.
Yeah, because emotions that could get in the way.
Which it's true, it could happen, right? But at the same time, like you have to draw like your boundaries. Like you have to have your boundaries.
Got it. So you have your boundaries, but within those, you guys are boys.
But within those boundaries is like, okay, putting aside that we work together, and that I could fire you, what the fuck is going on in your life, bro? And you could
open up.
yeah, I know. Open up myself so you could feel that you could share what's going on. Because one of the things that, for example, this could help a lot of the people who are managing closers, or if you're managing a team, is like, if you don't open yourself, like if I don't know, bro, like if I tell you, bro, like I'm having a bad day, like this happened.
Yeah.
And I feel horrible, like you will feel like, oh shit, like he just told me what's going on in his life, then I'm more open to share what's going on in my life.
Right, you guys just cry together.
Not cry together.
And you bond.
You're more open to share.
Yeah, it's like it's a brotherhood.
Yeah.
Right, no, I get it. Okay, so from there, how did you grow into next? Or like, was that your final evolution?
After that, I was managing the pod. And then that's when I moved to LA with the other guys. And that was like a movie. It's like everything that I thought that
So why'd you move first?
Why did I move? So
like, what was the ideology with like, beep, the CEO?
the ideology was like, let's get together. Let's live on the same house.
Yeah.
So we could work faster. We could do more things, which, yeah, it's true.
Did it help? Would you say?
I mean, it helped.
You had like a pretty shitty experience, right?
Not a
At
shitty
the end,
Yeah.
you guys had some satanic stuff going on.
Yeah.
You guys had some.
I mean, I did learn a lot. I'm grateful for everything that happens. So I have nothing bad to say about the experience. But I would say like,
We were shitting on it in the fucking at the restaurant, bro. What are you saying? You're like, what are you saying, man? I didn't say shit. Cut that out. Cut that out.
that hell, motherfucker. You're making me feel nervous, bro.
No one's gonna know. No one's gonna know, bro. It's coaching.com, you know.
Yeah. So what was the fucking question?
What was like the vibe like at LA?
Okay. So
And did it work out? Did it actually help out?
yeah, it did work out at the beginning because it's like everybody's aligned, right? And for everybody was new to be in LA. Like I lived at that point, I don't know, like 5-6 years in Miami. So for me, it was like perfect.
Okay, so you were in Miami.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So you were living in Peru, then you moved to Miami.
I moved to the US when I was 17. So at this point, I'm like 20
Something.
something.
Got it.
Yeah, so that happened.
Why were you like? Were you in Miami with your parents, or like in your own apartment, or like what was the living
I
situation?
went with my parents because my whole family got the green card. So that's the reason why we immigrated.
Got it. But you're like making your own money, whatever. And now you shoot over to LA.
Yeah. So that was my experience of, okay, like, let me go to like a new place. Okay. Let's try this out, right? In my mind, it was like, what's the worst thing that could happen? Sure. Like nothing. Either I make more money, I learn, and if I don't like it, I go back.
Or both.
Yeah, or both, right? So at the beginning, it worked. So...
And tell me where you guys were at. Was it like Hollywood Hills, like in the main area, next to like Ty Lopez's castle as well?
No, it was like near where the Kardashians live.
Damn.
There's like a big house. Like imagine this.
How many square foot? Like how big? How many rooms? How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms?
How many bedrooms?
Like visualize that for me.
Driveway for...
Like buy now. How was it?
Yeah, so it's like you get to the house, bro, like you could park 50 cars probably. Big door.
Right. And you guys, wait, so like how much is beep making a month right now? Like take home.
Yeah,
He's like crushing at this point, right?
Yeah, so the owners were probably making like $1 million a month, like on the like profit.
Take home.
Yeah, they were taking home like $1 million a month. Like for example,
what was your guys' ROAS?
it was between like 3 to 4.
Okay, so like typical at that scale. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. But, and you guys had like 30% margins. That makes sense. 30% margins, 3 mil-ish, then they're making like $1 million a month.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So big house.
Big house.
Big car, big bitches, big titties.
Everything that you could imagine that you want. Everything that you see online, bro. Like that's literally the life.
And they weren't even running organic.
No.
And so like they didn't fucking use it. It's for marketing. They just did it for fun.
Yeah, we just did it for fun. We just did it because, I mean, why not? If you just have the money.
Fair enough.
Right? Bro, like beautiful house, like fucking mansion, right? 6 bedrooms. Like we had like a cinema, we have a chef, And mind that, like we have a chef, then we hire like somebody to come and if we want to go somewhere, like they could drive us.
You guys had a chauffeur?
Yeah.
Damn.
So it was like fucking crazy. It's like this crazy story that, you know, you see online of people like young kids making money. Like that's literally.
You guys were all like average age 23-ish, 24-ish?
23, 24, 22. So around that age. Wow. Yeah. So it was great. But at some point, like when you are living with the people that you work
with,
you work with, sometimes like there are conflicts of, yo, like, why are you not working?
I feel like a therapist.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Shit like that. Yeah. So like having this work-life balance literally becomes like work 100%. Life, you live for the work. You know, so that's one of the things that
too stressful
for me, you know, particularly.
How did that feel for you?
Yeah, bro, I didn't like it. I mean, like I didn't like it because I wanted to do. I wanted to do.
This is a safe space with everybody here.
I wanted to do other things. You know, I wanted to travel. I wanted to explore the world, and they were like, for example, right? Like we're in LA, best part of LA. We had everything that we could ever wanted, but it's like, why do you want to go to Peru, for example? Like that was something that I was questioned a lot. And I was like, bro, like I'm Peruvian. It's like, I'm going back to visit my family.
Like the CEOs, the two partners, they were like,
one of the partners.
They were saying like, why are you going to go back to fucking Peru, bro?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, but I don't understand.
You should be in LA. LA got the.
Yo, he was actually telling me that. He's like.
That ass?
No, he was like.
That was a line that he said?
You're Asian. You're making a lot of money, and then it's like
a lot of Asians in LA.
Spanish, which people find it extremely interesting.
Right.
There are a ton of ABGs that look at you every time we go out. Why don't you just fucking?
Were you the only Asian guy in the six people group?
Yeah.
Oh, so you got all the ABGs, huh?
Yeah. Well, one of the partners was half Asian, but it was more like Asian. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, it was like the more, you know, Asian.
Okay.
But yeah, so to answer the question, it works, but it depends. It depends on the culture that you're building because it's completely different. The culture that you're building online than the culture that you're building in person.
So you feel like if you feel like toxic a little bit?
I think so. Like at some point, like it does get to a toxic point.
Interesting. What was like the straw that broke the camel's back for you? That made you leave? And after like how many months did you end up leaving?
Like LA?
Yeah.
Or like the company?
Oh, it was two different things.
Yeah, I mean, like I stayed in LA for like 6 months, 7 months. After that, I was like, fuck LA. Like I fucking love LA. Like if I go back to the States, like I would probably want to be in LA rather than Miami.
Now?
But like now. Like I do like, I like LA a lot.
Okay.
The weather is better, man. Like I don't know.
Didn't Charles like Kirk just died there?
Yeah, today.
In LA? Was it LA?
No, but I think it's like Utah.
Utah. Yeah. Rest in peace. Jesus. Anyway, sidetrack.
Anyways, what was the question, bro? Like I forgot.
We got TikTok brain, bro, straight up. And I said like, why did you end up leaving and shit like that?
Okay, so I ended up leaving the company because.
Okay, so you left 6 to 7 months after LA. How many months after did you leave the company? You guys like scale back down now at this point, right? To like 1 mil a month almost?
Yeah, at this point, we're not doing that much, probably like 1 million. We ended up firing a lot of closers, so we reduced the team, probably like 20 people at this point.
Why did it go down? What did did ad spend get too expensive?
Yeah, it was like a combination of marketing. So like the marketing failed at that point. So that's
why did marketing fail?
To be honest, I think it's like saturating your own market, and then you have to come up with different angles.
Too much face fatigue. Like everybody saw the CEOs.
Yeah. And it was like, okay, I already talked to them, right? And we spent so much money, right? That's the reason why we wanted to pivot to other offers. Sometimes it's like you cannot. I mean, you could probably scale it to like 10 million, but it was also like decisions that were taken internally that didn't make sense for like the big picture, right? So for example, I don't know, like just to give you an idea, it's like, oh, let's focus more on this other offer that we have inside of the portfolio, like let's say the closer offer instead of the funding offer, but everything works together, right? So I think at that point, like the decisions that we're making were not.
Why do you think the decisions were not clear? Or like why did it get to not clarity?
I would say lack of
Data?
I wouldn't say data. I would say lack of looking at data. It's like the opposite. It's like acting, based on what do you think that it's better instead of like just looking at data.
So they didn't look at data.
Yeah, no.
Oh yes, I was right. Yeah, data. Lack of data.
Yeah. No, we did have the data, but we're ignoring the data because
Why?
one of the partners had the feeling of, okay, why don't we do this? And
They got ADD. They got too emotional.
yeah, I think I could attribute that. Like they are too emotionally attached to the business that sometimes like the decisions that you're making are not the most efficient decisions, right? From a business perspective.
Sure. Sure. Interesting. Okay, then let's shoot back to like the golden era though, right? Like what did you learn in terms of marketing, sales? Because you said like the CEO, we'll call him the owner. What did you end up, because you said he was like a marketing genius, right? Like what did you learn from that guy?
A lot. Like the owner of one of the partners, like he's, before me, like he's the top marketer like on earth. Probably. Wow. Only thing is like he's not like extremely well known. But yeah, man, I mean, I learned a lot about, for example, like what we're talking, right? Like the angles. Like that's something that he emphasizes a lot is like, how do you come up with good angles, right? There is actually a framework on how to do that.
What's the framework?
Buy the course.
Buy now. B-Y-N-O-W.
Let me take a sip of water. But the whole idea of like creating new angles is like, what exactly makes you stop when you are scrolling on Instagram? It has to be something completely like a pattern interrupt.
Sure.
But
typical stuff.
People confuse the angle with the offer. They think that what I'm selling, let's say I'm selling a course.
Such a good point.
On how to make money with Airbnb.
Right.
And they think the angle is talking about that. Airbnb, which is
wrong.
The angle is like, do you know that millionaires actually made their money not by investing on the stock market or doing blah, 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 XYZ. It's actually through.
But that's like solution aware. You guys did an almost unaware ad. That's what allows you to spend the most. Because those levels of awareness.
Once you understand the concept and then you know, okay, like this is the difference between the angle and the offer.
Yes.
The second step of that is you have to tap into
a larger market.
A larger market with a ton of curiosity. Curiosity works a lot for biz ops, right?
Right.
But for example, fear-based angles work more for dating, for example.
Dating, yeah.
Dating, because, bro, like, you haven't get laid.
I've seen pain work more there.
Yeah, lane, like fear, pain.
Fear of never getting bitches.
Yeah, like those.
You'll be bitchless forever.
Yeah. Or like, for example, even this is like, if you think about it, from a marketer perspective.
Yeah.
Like if you understand what's going on in the world, like
Yeah.
I'll put it, I'll give an example.
Yes.
Is the bull market.
Yeah.
And you talk about fear, it doesn't make sense because people think that it's too easy to make money.
100%.
But during the recession, for example, we did change the angle of the offer of with everything that's going on in the world.
Right.
People think that they're going to lose their job because of AI. But did you know that there is actually blah, 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 blah?
Right.
So you're tapping into the feeling of people. One way to actually find that out is you could go to X, like Twitter, and then ask Grok, like, what do people think about this?
Right.
Like,
what's the market saying right now?
What's the market sentiment? Which is interesting, right? Because people are tweeting about different stuff on the internet. So you could understand, like, what is their perspective of the reality, right?
Right.
So you're selling based on that. Yeah.
100%. Dude, totally. So like, what I would add to that is like, I know biz ops that go fear first. Like, what would you say? I guess that's the question there. What would you say is the best to hit? Because there's like fear first angles. There's curiosity first, pain first, solution first, or like solution aware on like the different solutions that are there. Like, what would you say are like the best to hit? Or you're just like, or I guess the idea there is like just pick one and then, but make it different to the offer.
Ideally, if you could hit 3 different points, like curiosity, desire, and pain, like your angle is pretty fire, right? But sometimes it's extremely hard to have.
Do all of them in the first line? Is what you're saying?
I mean, like through the idea, right? But sometimes it's hard.
So you think more of the idea. It's just like content, bro. Like 100%.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But
interesting.
The ones that work the most is like combining curiosity with desire. Like for a biz op, like that's the best.
Curiosity with, give me like an example hook.
Like,
put you on the spot here. So
for example, this idea of, did you know that you could make money through the, why are you laughing, bro?
No, I thought you were going to say Diddy. Diddy, you know.
So like, did you know that you could make money through the Apple App Store without creating an app? Like, what the fuck are you talking?
Gets me interested.
And let's say that the actual behind, of that is you could, for example, create a course on Kajabi. Instead of Kajabi, you could create like an app, or inside of Go High Level, you could create an app. It's like you create the dashboard and everything. It looks like an app.
Interesting.
Right? And it's like you're selling like the membership of the app through the YouTube. Through the App Store. On Apple, right? But like I'm explaining the behind of how do you connect everything. Yes. But on an ad, if I'm saying, do you know that you can make like $1,000 a day selling through the App Store without having an app, or without having to code an app? You're like, how does it work?
Yes, and I think to add on to that, the concept there, or like the first principle underneath all of that, is how do I take a hook that's super interestingly curious, but then make sure that that thing is very clearly targeting towards somebody who would want to start a business.
Yeah.
If we're doing biz op. So that targeting is still there. Because if you just do a hook like you just like swing your dick.
Or for example, like people, like I'll say 2 different ads, right? And you could tell like which one will you click, just so you can understand the principle, because like this is very important.
Sure.
Like if you see an ad that says, I'll teach you how to make $1,000 with trading algorithmic bots.
Okay.
Right? That's an ad. That's what it's saying. Or an ad that says Goldman Sachs predicts that 300 million jobs will disappear because of AI. This is the investment strategy they recommend. Like, which one will you click? Could be the same offer. Trading algorithm, bots, whatever, right? But one is like, they think that the angle is basically the offer. That's the reason why they are pushing that on the message.
Yeah.
While the other one is like, it has a completely different angle. It's like if Goldman Sachs...
That one's fear-based, but there's not much of like a unique mechanism there as well, right?
Yeah.
Unless you go into the unique mechanism later.
Yeah, I mean, like, you have to still explain the ad. It's just part of the hook or the premise, right? But it's fear, but you still want to know, like, what's the investment
strategy? The biggest thing, because honestly, for me, I'm looking to get deeper into cold as well, like how to run, on a cold audience. It's much more about the curiosity. Is honestly
curiosity. It's like, yeah, bro. It's like everything. Like, have you ever seen a movie, like a movie trailer, and you be like, I do want to watch it. Right. Everything, like we are.
And this ties actually to that VSL part, right? Because if you're hitting curious, because there's like 5 stages of awareness for people watching, right? Unaware, problem, solution, product, most, right? Those levels of awareness. And so when you're hitting that unaware, because curiosity is hitting that unaware area, you get the largest amount of spend. It's the hook that hits the largest audience, but it's the most difficult to convert. Right.
But keep in mind, like...
Or do you think that's a limiting belief, actually?
I think it's a limiting belief.
You get to drag them all the way down.
Because even if you put like a sophisticated buyer, they are still curious to know how it works.
Right.
But yeah, of course,
So they're still kind of here, but they're almost more like they're sophisticated in like another
the difference is
market, you would
the
say.
difference is if they are willing to buy or not.
Sure.
If you are designing an offer that is more for sophisticated buyers, you could still go with an angle that is more, curiosity based, because they will still think, okay, like, what exactly are you talking about? Even us, for example, that we've been in the game and we know something about marketing, right? I could create an ad that is too curious for you to be like, what are you talking like? Let me click, let me see what's going on. Now, it's completely different, your thought process when you're watching everything, because you're reverse engineering everything in your head. And
Sure.
I want to understand what's the offer. I want to understand like how it works, whatever, right? It's like, for people who are more sophisticated, what I realize is, let me just tell you exactly how it works. Because you're buying something because of either time, you don't have the time to do it, energy, you don't want to do it, or money, right? I can just help you to make more money.
Nah, bro, but that's definitely some good sauce on the paid ad stuff. You want to talk a little bit about culture, right? On how to lead the team. I know you didn't want to talk about this, but I want to talk about it. Like, how did you, like, give me some ideas and some gems on how you were able to build that solid culture.
Okay, so that's very interesting because, like, if you think about any religion, like, we both are Christian, for example, right?
Right.
So we have the Bible.
Yep.
So when you think about business culture, you think about some piece of paper that you wrote. Oh, we don't talk shit about other people in the company. We don't fuck, with, I don't know, the managers, whatever, right? But the culture is actually what's the day-to-day inside of the company? How do you talk to people? Like, what's the mentality that you have?
Okay.
And how do you translate that mentality to the team? And then how the team translate that to the client?
Sure.
That's a culture.
Like an expression of values.
The way that we build that was through a book that a team asked me, like, what am I reading? I was like, I've been reading the same book for the last 3 years. Yeah, so what I was saying is the same way that, us as Christians, we have the book called the Bible. We were using a book called The Game of Life and How to Play It. Anybody who's watching this, go get it. I recommended this book to everybody that I talk. But this book talks a lot about the laws of the universe, right? And yeah, go ahead. So this book talks a lot about the laws of the universe. So it's like, how can you use these principles not only to make more money as a company, but how do you change your life, improve your life, and then feel better? So
it's like that shit aside, what's like the one takeaway that you would say about that book? Just cut it short.
I would say, for example, understanding that having faith, it's the opposite of having fear. Meaning, if you are fearful of something, that means that you don't have faith, right? So that mentality completely changes your perception of how the world works.
And then that you guys bled into the closing team, which then you're like, either, because the faith or fear concept, I really liked it as well. It's like, you're either going to doubt the company, but if you aren't, then, or doubt the outcome that you're going to get, but if you aren't, then freaking have faith that it's going to work.
I would say more on the side of, like, this is one of the ways that we implemented it, is like, either you have faith that you're going to close the deal or you're not.
Right.
So it's like, why are you so fearful of not closing a deal?
Right. Like, that's coming just crush it.
That's coming from lack of you thinking that you don't deserve.
Have the faith.
You don't deserve the sale. It's like, why do you think that way? Right?
So pick one or the other.
Yeah, pick one. It's like, have 100% faith that everything that you're saying is in order to help the client, which is the truth, right? If you're going with that conviction on a sales call, like, that's actually what's going to make the sale. It's like, I just have way more conviction than yourself.
So true. So then with that concept and those marketing principles as well, and then, being able to lead that team and making that transformation from the closer, then to recruiting your Peruvian friends, and now to leading your team of 8 people, you're able to scale, coaching.com with Beep as a CEO from $700K a month to 3.5 million a month, or 4 million a month, sorry. So great work on that. And you ended up leaving after $1 million a month because you felt like it didn't do too well. What did you end up starting afterwards?
Yeah,
give me like a quick rundown on that.
So I basically started a Done For You agency where we're doing, it's like basically what you're doing. Like we are growth operators,
Right.
but specifically on the Spanish markets. Yeah. But it's specifically people who speak Spanish, but they live in the US. So they are selling to other Spanish speakers.
In the US?
US.
All 1,500 people?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I thought it was like...
I mean, I have a mix of people that are from Latin America because I got those clients as like the test of...
Now you're focusing only
on the Spanish,
US selling people.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because that's an untapped market. What I realized is...
Dude, I had another friend here that told me about that as well. He's like, that market we're going to tap into.
Yeah. I'm probably the only one.
Interesting. Okay, so you did that. How are you getting your clients right now?
Yeah, so everything through paid ads, basically implementing.
What's your offer?
The offer is done for you, marketing, done for you, sales, done for you, ops. So you can just focus on the fulfillment. And that offer is $15K. And then we get a revenue share depending on the offer, depending on how much do we think that offer could scale.
Interesting. And you have 15 clients right now.
Right now we have 15
And you're
clients.
trying to figure out, like, what do you think you're going to do? Because you're going to go do the consulting thing or you're going to do done for you. I was like kind of pushing you to do just like full done for you, few clients, focus actually more on fulfillment and then scaling them to that 3-4 clients, scaling them to that 2 million, 3 million a month.
I think the best way is to have like a mix of both. I think like going for the consulting, it's better to scale fast. Like if my idea is like, how can I make like 100K tomorrow? It's like, I create a 5K offer, consulting offer. I just onboard 20 clients. I just make 100K.
Sure.
And then just pick the ones that do have great offers and then that we resonate.
Right.
And then onboard them to the done for you offer and then put them on this pod of, I don't know, we are partners.
Let's go quick fire. I'm gonna just shoot a bunch of questions at you and then you answer them, okay? What does your team structure look like? How many team members do you have? And then break that down for me.
Yeah, so closer, okay, that's easy. I don't have setters. They go straight to calendar, so the closer takes the calls.
Because you run paid ads to a call funnel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then internally for the fulfillment, I have a CMO. So behind the CMO, we have client success manager, we have a media buyer, we have marketing strategist, which other people could call it like the copywriter.
Okay.
And then I have an ops manager, which is actually my business partner. And then behind I have somebody helping my ops manager.
Like a VA. So how many people is that?
6, 7.
7.
Yeah.
How much does team costs?
It depends because, for example, what I think is like, I always want to pay them more.
Sure. Right. I like it.
So I want them to stay not because just of the money that I give them, but also the culture and everything. But anywhere between like 12,000 to like 15 sometimes. 15. Yeah.
Nice. How much rev do you make and then how much profit do you make?
So for example, we did 59 revenue and profit. I put on my pocket like 30K.
Yeah, solid. Let's see. You had an interesting ad to get these clients because you're almost like right now. This is where I don't like. This is where what we're talking about in like dinner, right? How I think you should just focus either only on the consulting, be like the Cole Gordon or like the Russell Brunson of the Spanish market, or do done for you. But regardless, I think you. I don't know. Like, what do you think? You're not gonna lock in on one or the other?
I'll probably still run both. Run both.
Okay, but regardless, though, at least on the cold side, you're doing well with like an interesting angle. So tell me about like what your freaking ad is. I thought this is super interesting.
The ad that I share with you on, okay.
Are you still running that? Or like that? Were you still running up until you turned it off?
Yeah, I turned it off and then I created new ads. Okay. We can cut this. We just can go straight to the. So the ad was basically telling these people that they live in the US, but they sell in Spanish, right? And the angle was, why do you sell to people who are broke? Because what they didn't realize is, okay, like I live in the US, but I sell to Latin America. It's like, why don't you sell to people like
dumb
myself? It's like, I speak English and I speak Spanish, but I buy shit in English just because nobody's targeting me.
Oh, when you said that, I thought you were talking about how these Spanish people, you were telling them to take their Spanish speaking offer and then sell it, just change it to an English offer.
Yeah.
Oh, you were saying see, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like only sell to Spanish speaking Americans.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Because they make more money than people in South America. That's a reality. I mean, like I'm living
And those offers, they do the best. Like there's the most trust because we're running actually an offer that only was targeting Muslims.
Okay.
Right? And inherent trust.
Yeah.
Right? Immediately right there. That got to like $330K a month, which is pretty solid, right? And the fact that there's like that religion there. There's that you know, familiarity bias.
Yeah, one of the things is like people who is like, for example, me, like I do understand English perfectly, but at the same time, like if I'm buying a course about investing and you're throwing a bunch of numbers at me, I would be like, I want to understand this in Spanish. Numbers, I'm like, I'm a fake Asian. So it's like,
I can't do a Spanish accent. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, I would rather buy shit in my language.
That's some game, guys. Like
if you are Chinese, Korean, Mexican, like you speak another language and you're thinking about like creating an offer, like do it in your language, right? But specifically for people who live in the States, there are, for example, people who speak Spanish, like we are the second majority, like
in the US.
Yeah, it's like English and Spanish.
Yeah.
So
untapped.
Yeah, but nobody sells to those people.
Fair enough. Yeah. Okay, cool. I love that. So you're going to those coaches who are, you know, here in South America that you're telling them like, hey, freaking move your offer to the Americas, or the US.
The US.
Yeah. US only, rich people. And then another interesting thing was that you were talking about funding in that ad too, right? So tell me about that.
Yeah, so I was telling them is like, do you know that there are financial institutions that most people don't know that are giving people $65,000 to spend on your coaching program? And the interesting thing is that they could pay whatever, right? I give an example, like $200 a month, but you get 100% of the money within 24 hours, right? So for them, it's like, how does it work? Because I hit a lot of the pain of, I like the offer, I don't have the money. That's the biggest objection ever.
Right, so you knew exactly.
I knew exactly that that's what's going on with them. Like, if they could remove that objection, they could make more money. So it's like,
100%.
Literally the way to solve it is by having more funding partners.
Right.
So it's like,
and your unique mechanism was like financial institutions.
Financial institutions.
You just like made it very broad.
Yeah.
Because in reality, they are financial institutions, right?
No, it's true.
I didn't drop the names.
That's a great way to frame it.
But it's interesting. That's the curiosity again, right?
100%. I love it. So anything else that's interesting about your offer right now that you kind of want to break down? Or do we hit on all the points there?
Something interesting about the offer.
Yeah.
The funding.
Tell me about this, right? What are the most interesting offers that you have as clients? Because you see you have 15 right now that are on the rev share.
For example, one offer that I think that it was like very interesting is a guy, he's a mechanic, right? It's a mechanic.
You didn't tell me about this.
It's the guy, let me tell you the story. Like, this is a mechanic, Mexican guy. So there are a ton of, car shops like mechanics.
Okay.
And most of those businesses are run by people who speak Spanish, right? It's not like American based.
Sure.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
He had an offer teaching these people how to grow their businesses.
They're mechanics.
The mechanics. Yeah. And it was like an $8,000 offer for him to coach them, course plus coaching. He was making like $80K a month alone doing that. And then we helped this guy to make $83,000 in 3 hours with an offer that he launched.
Does he have an organic?
Yeah, for this guy specifically, we combined part of the organic. He had an audience.
Mexican mechanic teaching other mechanics how to mechanic better. I love it. Yeah. So, dude, I appreciate everything you told me today about how you started with this agency role being a little poor Peruvian Chinese fourth generation American.
Don't say that, bro.
And then going to work at coaching.com with Beep as your CEO, and going from the closer, then to the closer Peruvian leader, then to the, hanging out with all these six dudes in LA, jerking your cock off to a book, and being a enlightened club goer in LA, and going to, what was the steakhouse you went to?
Masseros.
And then from there, going to now your own cool offer where you got all the stick stuff going on. So with all that being said, obviously people can find me on @TimHYun, or the first link in description. On there, we actually ask questions, or we have a question box where you can ask questions that we'll ask actually on these podcasts. So you can fucking ask your questions if you want here. But for you, Puchu, where can people find you?
Yeah, people can find me on Instagram at Puchu.Fang, F-A-N-G. So yeah, drop me a follow and ask me questions.
Link in the description. All right, guys, and that's it for the Tim Yoon Show today.
Bye. Thank you, guys.